Good morning, family. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is the 2nd of March, and today is Friday. And I come on because this video is going to be simply about supplements. Now, let me say this right now, okay? Let me give my disclaimer. I am a nurse by trade, college graduate. I am not a doctor, okay? I'm going to share some things with you that are my tried and truths, things that um, I've taken currently and or in the past. Um, I ask that you confer to your physician. I ask that I invite you to watch Dr. Oz when he's giving his commentaries on supplements. You can also go to droz.com. You got to spell out the whole doctor. Don't just put droz.com. You have to put the full droz.com. And you can use that as a reference. For those of you guys that have the privilege of having a Merck or Tabers or any of those things, a PDR, those are, encyclopedias and books of medical. Okay, I ask that you confer to those. Um, a Tabers, any of those things. Okay, if I say some wording that can probably toss you over the hill, be patient with me. It's not my point. It's just the fact that when I talk about something that's rather passionate to me, I tend to be a little wordy, and sometimes I'll throw in some dialogue that has absolutely nothing to do with people that aren't in the medical field. So it is not my point to do that. My point is to keep it cool, keep it straightforward, and keep it in lame terms, and so that everybody can understand where I'm coming from. Okay, the first thing I'm going to start with is some teas. Okay, now I'm going to speak on the teas that I've taken, and I'm going to speak on some teas that I look forward to taking. Okay, now the tea that I'm drinking this morning, I do have to weigh this morning. Weight Watchers, you guys are already aware. I weigh in this morning at 9 o'clock, so we're going to keep this rather quick. But I wanted to share with you guys that I am now drinking my Uva Ursi. Okay, that is UVAURSI leaf. Okay, and so this is what I'm drinking right now. Now the benefit of this particular tea is it's like an astringent for your. It's good for your skin. It cleanses you internally. It also has some diuretic effects, meaning like a water pill. It just kind of cleanses you, and and then you would notice after taking it for a while that your skin begins to clear. Your scars on your body, like my incision from my surgery, I can tell that that's going away in certain spots. That kinds of stuff. Now, I was referred to this. I have a friend at the gym. I spoke on it before. Her name is Nazareth. And Nazareth she's from Egypt, Egypt. And she's half Egyptian and half African. And beautiful, 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 beautiful girl. Her name is Nazareth. And so she had told me one day when we were in the sauna, and she was asking me about my skin. And so she was like, okay, what are you taking? Hold on, let me straighten this up right here. Let's get that right there going. I can't do nothing but keep it 100. I don't give a shit what we talking about. Shit. Anyway, but we were in the sauna one day, and she was asking me about my skin, and I was telling her that I just simply use Olive Olay Regenerist products. I use Olive Olay Regenerist products. That's what I use to wash my face with. That's what I use to moisturize with. I use the serum, the eye cream, Olive Olay Regenerist products. That's my line. I simply adore it. I've used it for years. It is my tried and true. Okay. So she was asking me about my skin, and I was like, are you serious right now? And so she was like, well, your skin is absolutely flawless, gorgeous, blah, blah, blah. I got a tea I want you to take. And she had this big tubular and she was drinking this tea. And so she was like, I just want you to taste it. So she had poured some in the cap. And usually, you'd be like, oh shit, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker backwashed in it. Well, I didn't really trip on any of that because I don't know. I just, me and her, we've been talking for a while, and we cool like that. So I was like, okay, I don't think she gonna just give me some shit she just done spit in, and here she gonna drink it back. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, nonetheless, after me and her began to confer about holistic medicines and teas and herbs and all those types of things, I felt comfortable. So she the one that put me up on this right here, and I have to say that yes, after taking it for some time, yes, when you guys look at my pictures like on Facebook and stuff, last weekend when you guys saw my pictures of me going to the what was it? Me and Kenny were going to the movies to go see Tyler's film, and people was like, "Oh my God, your skin is so." It's been this because it hasn't been nothing different than what I've done. I'm telling you that right now. You guys look at my pictures, and you guys are saying how clear my skin is. Well, I'm telling you, it's this because the oil of Olay, I haven't changed my regimen at all. The only thing that I've incorporated differently is this. So that's what this does. Um, in addition to that, you can also take corn silk. Okay, corn silk will also do the same thing. This also has like anti-bloating, has some diuretic effects and stuff, but it like gives your body a cleansing on the inside. Now, let me say this also before I get totally started. First of all, it took us a while to get in the shape that we've gotten in. Okay, whatever shape you're starting in today, whatever your today is, it took some time to get there. So don't expect a miracle treatment or a miracle something to come along and going to change up your life, your look, or your lifestyle in a matter of 2 or 3 weeks. It's just not going to happen. This is something that you have to be diligent, you have to be steadfast, you have to be patient. And anything that's worth having, you have to work for it, and it's going to take some time. Period. Okay? So this is not Fruta Planta or whatever else you guys are taking. This is none of that shit. This ain't HCG and all that other shit. Nah, this is none of that. This is some shit. It's holistic. It's going to get you where you got to go, but it's going to do it at a timely manner. Okay? And anything that takes a while is going to linger a while. If it takes you a month to lose 30 pounds, then guess what? It's going to take you 2 weeks to gain it back. That's just the way it is. Okay. Ooh, it's good this morning. It's really, really good this morning. And I've actually allowed it to steep. And what I bought, let me also say this. Inside of your health food stores, like here we have a huge store named Clark's, okay? You can get your supplements, your teas, you can buy the shit by the pound or whatever at Clark's. And they also have these tea balls, okay? And it's like a colander, if you will. A colander is your bowl with the holes in it that you wash your vegetables or you strain your pastas and shit like that. Okay, now this little steeper, when somebody passed by the hallway, I'll have them go get it so you guys can see it. I should have brought it in here, but I wasn't thinking. Anyway, it's like a little ball, and it has a mesh all over it. And what I do, okay, I'm going to confer to me because I'm not a doctor. What I do is I fill that cylinder, and it's about this big, okay, and it's like a little ball. I'm going to have somebody go get it for me. Isaiah! Tioni! I must be in the house by myself. Anyway, I fill the little ball, okay? I fill just the bottom portion of the ball. I close it up. I put it in my water. I cover this, and I allow it to steep for about 2 hours. I don't bother it. Can you look on the counter in the kitchen and give me that little ball that has the tea leaves in it? Just look on the counter in the kitchen. So anyway, that's what I do, and that's good enough. I don't need to overfill it. I don't need to fill this side and this side and then put it together. No, I just pour this in one side of the ball, close the ball up. I put some water in here. I put this about here. I put some saran wrap because this doesn't have an open and closed trap, okay? So I put the saran wrap and then I put my lid on top of it and it kind of seals it. And I just set it in my room on my nightstand, or I set it in on the counter or whatever. I begin to start off with regular hot water from the faucet, okay? I don't boil the water or any of those things. I just give hot water from the tab. I put it in there. I put my ball in there. I cover it and I just let it go. Let it steep for about 2 hours, a minimum of 2 hours, okay? That's the way I drink mine. That's the way in which she had taught me to drink it. And then she was like, shit, some days she'll just let it go for a day, of steeping. It's up to you. It's a matter of taste. The longer it stays, the stronger it is. This, believe it or not, has been steeping for about 2 days. I've built up to that taste. So, and this morning I really needed it. I really needed the cleansing. So I allowed it to steep for a couple of days. And now I just put it in the microwave, warmed it up. Of course, I took the ball out, warmed it up. Now I put stevia in it. And now I'm sipping on it. So, and it's good to me. Okay. Now, let me speak on some more leaves. I have my notes here. As I watch Dr. Oz, or when I talk to people about holistic health, I take my notes. So when I'm looking down, I'm conferring to my notes, okay? Now, there are a couple of teas that you can have, okay? Now, these are teas that I've also gotten off of DrOz.com. I've also gotten them off of Dr. Oz's channel, okay? I mean, on his show. One thing is the white tea, okay? It's regular celestial white tea. You can get it organic or, like in this form too, but they were out of it this way. So I bought it in a celestial box. Now, what this does is it decreases the fat absorption, okay? And what you want to do with this, you take 2 cups at lunchtime. I'm conferring to my notes. You take 2 cups at lunchtime, okay? And this is, it's like it decreases your fat absorption in the foods that you eat, okay? That's what this does. Now, there's also a tea called, it's PU-ERH. I've never taken this, but it shrinks the fat cells. You drink 2 cups in the morning, okay? Then there's the bilberry tea. It balances your cravings. You drink 1 cup in the evening. There's a chickweed tea. It's a diuretic and a laxative. Diuretic means it's going to cleanse your kidneys. It's going to make you pee a lot. Yes, it's on the counter. It's on the counter. It's sitting on top of some plastic. It's like a little round ball like that. Yes, look in there. Right next to the stove. And so, yeah. Anyway, so a diuretic is going to make you pee. A lot of people that take high blood pressure medications and stuff, the doctor also puts them on Lasix in addition to that, because it just rids your body of all that extra bloat and the water weight gain. Okay, so chickweed tea, it's a diuretic, a laxative. You drink 1 cup in the afternoon. It's also high in potassium and magnesium.
Use this for it's all wet.
Yeah, why were you squeezing it? Why you squeeze it?
I'm sorry.
Anyway, this is the ball I'm talking about, okay? And it has like this little hook that you can sit it on. You can put this inside of your thing and sit it inside of. I hate that you squeeze. Why'd you squeeze it, Isaiah?
No, we just squeeze.
Whatever. Kids, right? Okay, so you put the ball inside of your tea. I'm sure I can go from the inside and pop it back out because he does, got indentions in it. And then this just hangs on side of the cup and it keeps this from going inside of your cup. But these will run about maybe $1.50 to $2. And this is what I was speaking of. Okay. Now, Dr. Oz also has, let me see, is there any other teas? That's it. So we're looking at chickweed tea, bilberry tea, white tea, and PUERH. I cannot pronounce that. I'm sorry, I don't know, but it's supposed to have some strong purities to it. Now I was looking for these teas yesterday because I did go to Clark's yesterday, and they were out of a lot of stuff. You know, because a lot of people are following Dr. Oz, and he puts it out there. He puts it on his websites as well, and so a lot of people right now are really trying to get healthy. So in your area, you might not can't find it. You know, it's just the way it is. Anyway, let me move right along. Okay, now for those of you guys that are following like you know, have a problem with carbs and things like that, what you want to take is white bean extract. Okay, now this is white bean extract, but this is also mixed with chromium picolinate. Those of you guys that know what chromium picolinate is, it levels your blood sugar and it takes away your sugar cravings. I need that. Okay, now when I'm juicing, then therefore my sweet tooth isn't as stringent. But when I'm not juicing, I need something to keep down my sugar craving. And this right here, Carb Chaser 1000, will do just that because it has chromium picolinate in it. Chromium picolinate is good for that. Okay. Now, the white bean extract. Yeah, I'm starting to itch. The white bean extract. Now let me see what Dr. Oz said about it. White kidney bean extract. You take 300 to 500 milligrams BID. BID means twice a day. Okay, it's a carb blocker. It balances blood sugar. That's this. Okay. Now you can get it without the chromium picolinate, or you can get it with it. I got mine with it because I needed the chromium picolinate. So this has 500 milligrams of the white kidney bean in here. Okay, so Dr. Oz is saying to take between 300 to 500 twice a day. Well, this will give you your 500. Okay, and if you're a sugar sweetie like me, it's a good one to take. I take this. Okay. Also, let me show you guys that it is open, so you guys won't be. She don't take that. It's open. Okay. And in here you get 60 tablets. Okay. So now, also, I take those of you guys that saw me flash my stuff one day. I also take glucosamine. Okay. My knees be clicking. You know. I am getting older, and I also have a history of weight problems. So with that being said, your knees and stuff sometimes aren't as weight bearing as they used to be. And what it is your bone to bone begins to rub together. The cartilage in between that is the cushion that allows your joints to move fully. Okay, and see, like your patella, your kneecap, it's like a hinge. Okay, and so that's why it can only move this way. It's a hinge. Okay, and what happens is inside of that kneecap, it begins to rub together. You know what I'm saying? Rub together, bone to bone, because you're losing the cartilage in between it, that cushion that keeps those joints lubricated. So to increase that, you take glucosamine. Now, this triple flex, my mom used to take glucosamine with MSM and all that, and with chondroitin and all that kind of stuff. All that stuff is good, and it's good for that if you have rheumatoid arthritis, any type of arthritis, or any type of degenerative joint disease, bone to bone, whatever. Then yes, that's what you would take for that. So I do take this. I don't take it as often, but I do take this. Okay. And this triple flex right here takes 7 days for you to see a difference when you take it properly. I just haven't been as steadfast with it. But yeah, that's what that does. Vitamin D, I can't say enough. A lot of people are vitamin D deficient. A lot of people don't know it. Vitamin D is good for a lot of things, especially if you're extremely tired and you don't know why you're so tired. Sometimes you can be vitamin D deficient. So you can get tested, have a full blood panel done, and see where you're at. Because sometimes, you can take shit and your body don't need it. But there's more people than not that are vitamin D deficient. And the darker your skin is, because the darkness, when you're outside, it builds in your vitamin D. Okay? The lighter you are, the more deficient you are of vitamin D. So, for those of my beauties that are out there that are darker skin, I'm certain the melanin in your skin is keeping your vitamin D intact. Though some still can become vitamin D deficient. This is also good for prostate and breast cancer support. Okay, so that's also good for that. Um, this is flaxseed. Okay, and this is women's flax plus, and this is good for heart, breast health, and PMS support.